Hi, I'm Roland and welcome back to Practical Plastic. So today we're going to open this up and take a full look at this Chrysler 300 1955 from Moebius Models. So looks to be a great kit, nice smooth building process, well detailed, but you'll just have to stay tuned and see as I dig in here to see all the plastic goodness that is in this box. Alrighty. All right, so now that we've opened up our box of the Moebius Chrysler 300 from all the way back in 1955, let's take a look at what we have here. As with typical Moebius kits, we have a pretty generous pile of plastic. We're going to go through all of that in a moment, but first, a quick look through the instructions. We do not get any blurb about the car itself on the cover, but we do get, although it is fold out, it is basically in booklet style and not the giant New York Times origami wallpaper sheet style instructions. So this is looking good, and we see pretty routine assembly going from our motor, tires, and wheels to our interior, underbody, suspension, and then into all of our body elements and final assembly. But what's really nice, as with most Moebius instructions, or I should say all Moebius instructions that I have dealt with, we do get some full color images of a completed model and a full color guide. Now on some kits, Moebius shows you actual color chits for the colors, so even if you can't find them by name, you can match them by color. We do not have that here, but apparently the Chrysler 300 in 1955 was only available in Tango Red, Formal Black, or Platinum White. But of course, it's a model. You can paint it whatever color you want, but they do give you by description what all the different parts of the car should be painted to correctly represent them. So, looking good. We have a fairly modest decal sheet here. Again, this is fairly typical of Moebius. They do not tend to give you these large expansive sheets, but then again, this is a stock car from 1955, so why do you need a whole bunch of decals? But what is important, we have gauges, we have some insignias, little placard things for the engine, and we have, which is almost impossible to see even looking at it, hopefully the camera's catching it, but we have the body side lettering as decals, which is really nice. So that should simplify the external detailing, and two different sets of decals, license plates that we can use. Tires, we get 4. They are very stock. They have a very nice tread pattern. Basically no parting line at all. Black on one side, but of course the important part, a beautiful white wall pad printed on the front side. So that should look great. Clear parts. We have a separate windshield, back window, vent windows. So the side windows are not available. Those will be open, which is just fine by me. We have separate headlights, marker lights, and we even get some clear red for the tail lights. So that is good to see. Chrome, we have 2 sprues of chrome. So we have, again, being a stock car, there is not going to be tremendous amount of chrome on it, but we have the bumpers, and it is nice reflective chrome without looking chintzy. We do get these spoked wheels as one option with some wheel covers. Looks like some exhaust tips, antenna, rear view mirror, and then separated by a little piece of tissue paper, we get our second chrome tree, which has what I guess these are more the stock wheel types. So we get 2 wheel options. And then we have some trim pieces, Grill pieces, molded open. Very nice. Headlight buckets, license plate frames, whatever those happen to be. Turn indicators, I don't know. But anyway, so that is chrome. And now let's dig into our parts sprues. So we have what looks to be wheel retainers, drive shaft, leaf springs. The mold, at least for this first sprue, mold looks nice and clean. Get beautifully detailed steering wheel with the grips on it, like that. We have a one-piece exhaust for the length of the car, from the engine all the way back to the exhaust tips. So that should make painting nice and easy and assembly even easier. Just drop them in and they are good to go. Now I was very happy to see this separate frame. I love having a separate frame. And no twist. Nope. No twist. Molded true. Beautiful. So that will look great as an underside detail. And now on this one, it looks like we have some suspension elements, upper arms, front of our differential, steering column, front suspension elements. But again, I'm not really seeing much, if any, flash at all. Some ejector pin remnants, they just cut off. But the parts themselves are looking nice and clean. We have some nice spring detail. Seats. Got a beautiful mold pattern, upholstery pattern on the seats. That's looking good. This dashboard is looking very nice. You can see all those spots for the decals, everything raised for bringing out the detail. That should make painting rather easy. So that is all looking good. Firewall with some nice relief detail on there. Side cards for the interior. I love when side cards are separate. Every Moebius kit I've done so far has separate door cards. I mean, you can just see you cannot get that kind of mold relief and detail on a tub style interior. So I'm always happy that Moebius does this. We even have like a very light carpeting texture along the bottom here. Hood. I guess this is probably back of the front seats. Let's see that hood. That hood looks to be molded true as well. Thumbs up, Moebius. We have on a separate single retainer, this looks like the radiator fan surround. Nicely detailed. Wheel backs. Simple, but hey, it's 1955. And we have some engine parts, our radiator itself, half of our engine. And we have, you can see all the detail under the valve head. So that's really cool if you want to do like a diorama build, a garage, partially disassembled engine in a car, like it's a mid-restoration. You have that detail you can work with. Some wiring and hose detail. And more engine parts. So it should be a really nicely detailed engine. I'm very happy about that. Got dual carburetors. And again, everything nice and clean. We even have a raised detail here. Chrysler firepower. Now, body comes with the chassis pan shoved in there. So we'll just pop that out. And, well, we got some raised lettering here, so that's easy enough to remove. Molds are from 2013. And this stamping of the kit March 2020. Okay, so everything is pretty new. We have our floor also with a carpeting texture. Nice molding on the underside. And then, of course, last but not least, we have the body itself. Now, they do give you the decals for Chrysler and 300, but they are very slightly raised on the body itself. So you have a choice of either painting that, or if you're going to use the decal, I think it would be best to sand those flat and then lay the decal over. But the body also, this looks to be straight as an arrow, no twist. That is wonderful. Very nice. But as far as the detail goes, we do have parting line here, parting line here. They are visible. And we have another one here and along the fender. Certainly feel them under my finger, but they're not that prominent. So a little sanding, they'll be gone. We have a nice seam for the door. Nice seam for the trunk. So that will be easy to bring out in detail. And our end fenders already molded in there. Raised Chrysler lettering on either side of the grill here. And the 300 also in raised detail. So, looking very nice. All right. And there you have it. A full look at the parts of the Moebius models in 1955 Chrysler 300. Looks to be a good, clean build. And that will be in my next video already. So I'll come back right after this with some pictures of the sprues to wrap this one up for the open kit review. In the meantime, of course, and as always, thank you for watching, subscribing. Please do hit that alert button, like, share, all the good YouTube stuff. And I'll see you at the build.